welcome ladies and gentlemen, we're live here at F.L.Y.Studios. I am your host and interviewee, Rob White, and today we have Anevae, and she's going to be telling us a little bit about her music career so far, what she's working on, her projects, etc. So first of all, welcome, thank you for coming down. So what I really want to find out first is how long you've been doing music for, and you know how you got into it, so to speak.
Okay, well I was singing since I was young, but I've been really writing my own stuff for about 4 years. Yeah, the last 4 years I've really been just writing my own material and concentrating on that. But yeah, singing my whole life really, singing cover songs mainly. Yeah.
So what sort of genre of cover songs would you say?
As a kid, my influence was really like Mariah Carey, Lauryn Hill, people like that who I felt could really sing.
Okay.
Yeah, they were my main influences. My mum was a singer, so she was a big influence to me as well.
Similar sort of genre, or?
No, my mum was. I mean, she used to sing in pubs and do like ballads, but her actual thing was rock. She was a big rock singer. She was in a band. So musical family, really. You know, all my family are musical. Uncles, aunties, sisters, grandparents, everybody.
So you're completely surrounded by it. So
yeah.
you can't not sing, so to speak. You know what I mean? That's just gonna cause some major risks.
I should hope so.
So at the moment, what are you currently working on? Are you working with different people, or are you just trying to push yourself independently, or?
Okay, I'm doing a bit of both, to be honest. I've spent a bit too much time, I think, featuring on other people's songs, but you know, it's good promotion, it's good experience. At the moment, I'm mainly focusing on myself, just pushing my own music, and I want to complete my own album and get my stuff out there. But I'm still working on stuff with other people, but I'm just being a bit more selective.
Okay, by selective, is it by genres you're thinking of, or kind of, well, genres or style, or what?
Yeah, I mean, not necessarily. It's just more sort of a standard.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm being particular. I kind of want to work with people that are distinctive. I don't want to work with people
the
that
same
are
kind of.
Yeah, that have something different about them.
Okay.
That stand out a bit more than the rest.
A certain uniqueness you're looking for.
Yeah. So you know, I'm getting a lot of people that do approach me, and there's some fantastic up and coming artists out there. So I wouldn't want to decline any opportunities. But like I say, I'm not going to prioritise that over my own stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I suppose if you think about it as well, some of these people have been doing things for a long time independently as themselves.
Yeah.
So you really want to get established yourself as well. You want to be in the same boat as them.
Yeah, exactly. And it's good, you know, a lot of people recognise me off of other people's tracks, so it's really good for getting my name out there.
Okay.
But like I say, I'm going to just focus on myself at the moment and get my own stuff.
Would you say because you have quite a distinctive voice, or?
Definitely. I mean, I don't think I did a couple of years ago. I think it's taken me a little bit of time to find my own sound, but now I've definitely found it. And no matter what I feature on or what I'm working on, you just know it's me.
Okay.
No, do you know what I mean?
So what would you say your sound is? I mean, if you could describe it in like 3 words.
Soulful.
That's one word.
Yeah.
That's one word.
Soulful. Alright.
And what about you're doing it in a couple of words? If someone say, listen, describe your music or your style in 3 words.
Well, soulful rounds it all up for me. I don't really need to go any further.
No, uniquely soulful, jazzy, or.
I'm gonna keep it jazzy. That's my main influence, but that's the musical side of things. My voice, soulful.
Okay.
That's it.
But is that your style as well?
Yeah. Yeah. I've grown up. You know, I love like rare groove, gospel. You know, lovers rock. That's all my sort of thing. Soul.
Okay.
You know, that's how I've grown up. That's what I really feel. I can feature on stuff. I can work on different types of stuff, but that's what I really get involved in and work hard on.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. And so you say you're pushing yourself as an artist now at the moment. Would you say that's through web promotion, through internet, through Facebook, Twitter, etc., or would you say it's from more performances, or it's from working in the studio? Like, what's the best way, do you think?
A little bit of everything. I think my main promotion will be through the internet, through Facebook, SoundCloud, YouTube. But you know, obviously, I'm meeting so many new people in the studio when I do the odd performance. Most of my performances are unorganised, just random. Grab a mic and get up and go. And it's good. It's good fun, you know. It's throwing yourself in a deep end. And yeah, I've made loads of new contacts for doing that.
Okay. And so you don't get nervous with things like that, just going up and say, okay, well, do it. You love the thrive on it.
A couple of years ago I wouldn't.
No.
But love it, absolutely love it.
But now I suppose you've developed as an artist where you can get up and just do it.
Well, where I feel confident enough, because I suppose a couple of years ago didn't think I had enough material to be able to just get up and do that. But now I've got, you know, a good variety. I've probably got about 25 songs.
Okay. Is that on an album at the moment, or is it just like scattered everywhere, so to speak?
It's all on SoundCloud. Everything I've done is on SoundCloud. It dates back to, like I say, about 4 years ago.
Okay.
And it varies. Like I say, I've been working with lots of different people.
Right.
So yeah, it's mainly on SoundCloud where you hear most of my stuff anyway.
Let me just type your name for that.
Yeah, Anevae.
Anevae in SoundCloud, and we come up with her music. And so you say you do little casual performances and things like that, but is that something you really want to push yourself? I mean, you've got the material. Is that the best way to do it?
Yeah, at the end, I don't really want to perform to an instrumental. I want to get a live band together.
Right.
So that's what I plan to do.
Any particular instruments?
Yeah, I want. My main thing is a sax. If I could get a sax player, the rest doesn't matter to me. You know, sax is just a fantastic sound. I love it. A pianist and a sax player, I'd be happy. You know, bass player, drummer, I'm good. But it's really difficult to find a band that's not already formed and not already doing their own stuff. So.
Well, I think the thing is that you need to just grab individuals who have got talent rather than people who are like aiming towards the whole.
I was driving the other day and I saw this guy on the street playing a sax and I was so tempted to pull out. I just couldn't in the traffic.
But
I was so tempted.
You may look a little crazy as well.
Excuse
hey,
me.
oh my god, I love your sounds. What is it where you are? Yeah.
Oh.
But, you'll be searching underground next for buskers.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'll be busking myself.
Find talent anyway.
To be fair, I've heard some good up and coming artists have actually just randomly gone, you know, under some bridge and just started performing.
Could you do that? Is that something you could do?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if I stick you outside a train station, you can do it?
Stick me outside the train station, get me a sax player, I'm good to go.
Alright, I'm gonna hold on to that,
Well, you know, I've done a couple of videos and they're in the middle of the street and you've got people staring at you and in your way and you have to say, excuse me, could you get out of the shot of the camera please, do you mind? I had a guy with a McDonald's sign the other day just standing there behind me with the arrow, McDonald's is this way, I was like, excuse me, can you move?
Oh my god. So very street in the sense of you can do everything anyway.
Yeah, yes.
And so, I mean, you say you want to get this band together, and so is that something you can see happening, say, 6 to 12 months, or
yes,
something?
Yes, it's something I have to do because I've got some really good material now, and it's not really gonna be at its best if it's not played live.
Okay.
You know, so I want to get a band together. I really want to get a band together so that I can show people what I'm really doing.
Okay.
It makes such a difference doing it live
and so
live instruments.
That's what your big emphasis is. I mean, because it will mix in with your sound, like your whole style.
Yes, definitely. And you know, when you work with a band, they work with you. So if you want to be a little bit more sort of, you know, make it up as you go along, they'll just follow you. It's nice. You don't have to stick to backing singers, backing instrumentals. You have to stick to it, and it's all a bit too organised. So
you like the whole sporadic.
Yeah, you know, go to the studio sometimes, and I just have a jam session, and we've recorded it, and people have preferred the jam than they've preferred to the actual recording.
It's the environment as well.
It's so nice.
You realise it's just you. Really,
yeah, it's real. You know. Yeah.
Keeping it real. Quite extremes.
That's
my god. So you say a lot of your stuff's on SoundCloud. I mean, do you use anything else apart from that? Do you use the whole Twitter? You tweet?
No, I don't really use Twitter much. I'm on Twitter, but I just haven't got used to that website. So it's not something I'm familiar with, to be fair. YouTube, got a couple of videos. Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. So if we had to find it on YouTube, what would we just type in your name?
Yeah, so just type in Anevae. Anevae.
Okay.
And I got a few videos up there. 2 that I've worked really hard on. The rest, you know, just sort of clips or features or maybe the odd live performance, stuff like that is on there as well.
Alright then. And so you're not on Twitter, but the Facebook and the YouTube and things like that. And so at the moment you say you don't really want to work with, well, I'm not saying no to other artists, but you like rather push yourself. So what kind of projects are you working on at the moment?
I'm just, I'm working on, I've basically got quite a few producers who make instrumentals just for me. I tell them what I want and they send them to me.
Okay.
And then they change them as and when I want them changed according to how I write.
Okay, so it really is quite specific to you,
It's very specific. So, for instance, I've got some people in Germany. They started off sending me some dubstep, some drum and bass, and I worked with it, but it's just not really my thing.
Okay.
It was all a bit new to me, so I asked them to send me some stuff that's less synthetic and just sounds more like live instruments.
Okay.
And they did, sort of drum and bass with jazzy instruments. It's amazing. So I'm currently working on stuff like that, being quite versatile with it because my main, I've got some really nice stuff that I'm working on. It's just soulful, really slow, jazzy stuff.
Well, you say about live instruments, so I've got to really ask, can you play any live instruments?
No, I can't. I play a
like
little piano, but I couldn't, not really. I'm learning piano. I've got lessons booked, I've got my piano delivered. That's something I'm going to be doing. Yeah, beautiful big piano.
Nice.
No keyboard.
No keyboard. No keyboard to pianos only.
Yeah, so that's something. It's going to take a long time, but I'm going to get a few lessons, and then I'm going to do the rest by ear. I just want to learn myself,
Okay,
get the basics, and then
okay.
Yeah.
And so that's sort of your current project at the moment, to be working with a band in 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
In regards to material, is there anything that you've got up and coming that we should be aware of? Any performances that we should keep an ear out for? Any album, singles, anything of that nature?
I've got an album that I'm working on, which I think will be complete by sort of mid next year. It may be sooner, but I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to take my time and have it, and it's going to be very, very soulful.
Very soulful.
Very soulful. But live performances, no, like I say, they're very random. I just I hear of something, show up, and go for it. I don't, like I say, once I've got my set together, my album's ready, then I'll be organising regular spots where I can do a full set.
Showcase.
Do it properly. Get some backing singers lined up, get my band together, and do it properly.
And so, if I was to ask you, what would be your dream collaboration?
Oh gosh. Blimey. I don't know if I can answer that yet. Can we come back to that? I'll have to think about that. There's far too many people that...
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. So what you sit on that, and they could be alive or dead?
Yeah. Well, there's just a lot of people that I'm just going through my head right now.
It's okay. We'll come back to it.
Well, all right. Lauren Hill.
Okay, she's alive, so I'll say that. So you get one alive.
And I honestly think that the reason I was hesitant with that is because I just want to make sure I wouldn't want to. I think I'm at that level. I think I could do that. Yeah, Lauren Hill.
Step up to
I think I could do that. I think I could work with Lauren Hill.
Bold statement.
I think so. I do. I really do. Yeah. Lauren Hill.
Okay. And so what about someone who's not with us anymore?
Well, I've done a few songs by Etta James, Roberta Flack. I've done a Valentine's event about 2 years ago, and it was 1930s theme.
Oh.
And we dressed up, and it was fantastic live band, sax. And so it would probably be Etta James was fantastic. My mum. I've got some songs that I want to actually re-record that my mum wrote because she's not around anymore.
Okay.
And she wrote a song about trying to be a singer whilst trying to be a mum, and it's called A Long Way From Home.
Okay.
And because she owns copyrights, I think I've got rights to it, and it's really, really rocky, but I was thinking try and keep a little bit of a rock influence, but bring it well up to date. It's about 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
So that would be probably above everybody, even though nobody knows that.
No, well, it's important to you.
To me, she was a star, so that would definitely be something I'm going to be working on. I've actually asked a few people to try and remake the beat or just come up with some ideas for it, but they're struggling because it needs a live band. So I need to get my band together before I can even do that,
It's about the band's
Yeah. But that's definitely something. I have to
make
make her proud. I've got to make her proud.
Rockers are quite angry.
God, honestly.
They're quite angry, quite exuberant.
Yeah, absolutely.
To say the least. So that would be it for you. So that would be the plans. First of all, is 6 to 12 months, get the band together.
Yeah, absolutely.
Learn the piano, make good use of that.
Yeah.
That'll probably cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
No, it's no keyboard. And so obviously working the album will be coming out mid next year, which we'll keep out for. Obviously we're going to keep an eye out for you on SoundCloud.
Yeah, SoundCloud.
Facebook, we can catch
Facebook definitely. Facebook is where I sort of post a lot of my movement, but SoundCloud is where everything's really up to date.
Okay, so from your first to your last track.
Yeah, everything.
Big difference between first and last track?
Massive difference,
Good or bad?
I wouldn't have got where I am now if I hadn't started where I started from. So I'm proud of everything I've done. Some of it's tongue in cheek, some of it's quite funny, a bit commercial. But like I say, you have to start somewhere. And so I don't regret anything I've ever done, because if it didn't start there, I wouldn't be around today. Okay.
So that's what we've come to. We know that a live band is something in the making, which we want to try and find for the next 6 to 12 months.
Yeah.
The album for mid next year, you would say? Mid next year, and we've got on Facebook, on YouTube as well. Just type in Anevae, that's how it's spelt or sounded. Also, she's not on the Twitter, but you can also catch her on the Facebook, the YouTube, and the the SoundCloud is where a lot of her music is, so you can see how she's progressed from earlier, her first track, to her most recent.